If you want to go out and get a job or serve for our country, it's most likely you're going to have to pass a drug test. So why are the people who aren't working and receiving benefits from the money that people work for and earn not having to pass drug tests? In order to receive welfare, it should be required anyone applying with suspicion of drug or alcohol uses should have to pass a drug test. People who are trying to work for a living or serve their country have to take a drug test, yet the people that feel that they don't need to work and they feel like they need to stay home, but they're receiving the benefits from the people who are working, don't have to pass a drug test. When most people look at how the welfare system works, they think of how much it is going to cost for them to test these recipients and not how it's going to affect their community or even how much it's going to affect the families of these. According to the Examining the Relationships Between the Family Drug and Court Program Companies and Child Welfare and Outcomes, it shows that families receiving welfare still have a high chance of these families going out and using this money to buy drugs and alcohol instead of the family's necessities and what they need. In order to receive welfare, it should be required that anyone applying with suspicion of drug or alcohol use should have to pass a drug test. Welfare is a privilege, it's not a right. If people are using welfare for the right reasons, they should never have to worry about taking a drug test. And drug testing will also promote the responsibility of the recipients in making them make the right choices. People trying to get a job or serve our country are having to pass tests to even apply. Welfare, do not. To serve our country or get a job to support your family, you're likely to have to take and pass a drug test to apply. If recipients have to pass a drug test, they are more likely to use welfare for the correct reasons. Not only are the people receiving welfare not using it properly and wasting hard-earned money, it is most likely going to have a negative effect on their families. According to Drug Testing, Welfare, and the Special Needs Doctrine, an argument in support of drug testing and recipients, it shows that families receiving welfare still tend to use this for illegal drugs and alcohol when what they are supposed to be using it for is supplying for their family and making sure they're taking care of their family's needs. If the point of welfare is to support families in need and not fuel their parents' drug or alcohol problems, why are we not testing them or screening them to make sure that they are using these for the right needs? If families abuse these privileges, their children may often become malnourished and even become separated from their families, and this results in even more funding being needed to take care of these children that have been taken away from their families. Most people are worrying about welfare drug testing costing them more money when most states have already passed it in the budget. And it has shown that if you fail your drug test, you have to pay for it. The only drug tests that we are paying for are the people who passed, who actually deserve to use this welfare, the people that are using this welfare for the right reasons. If you fail your drug test, you have to pay for it, and you have to continue drug testing and paying for it until you pass. According to the National Conference of State Legislators, most states who have passed this law have already passed it in the budget. As of July in 2015, 18 states had passed the law to do some sort of drug or alcohol screening or test to make sure that their welfare recipients were clean and using these benefits for the right reasons. In 2011, 3 states passed this law. 2012, 4 states. In 2013, 3 states. States are passing these laws to make sure that the welfare recipients are using these for the right reasons, because the welfare that these people are receiving is the money that other people are working for. Welfare is not a privilege, and it's not everyone's right. It should not be handed out for the people who are going to abuse these benefits that they are receiving from other people. In order to receive welfare, it should be required anybody applying with suspicion of drug or alcohol should have to pass a drug test.